Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Liam Dipple from Ohio to LA to Dubai. He's here to share what it's really like adapting to life in this beautiful city and how each city has influenced who he is today, his creator journey. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here.
Of course, it's my pleasure.
Let's start from the beginning. What inspired you to share your life publicly online?
Actually, I kind of fell into it a little bit. At first, I was, like you just mentioned, I was in Ohio and I was just doing photography. And then I started to get more into social media. I started to work with people inside social media. And then I kind of fell into this, lifestyle, showing your life, this kind of niche of social media. So it was a bit random.
If people watching right now are just being introduced to you for the first time, describe the type of content that you create.
The type of content I create is I focus on culture. I really love exploring new cultures, meeting new people, trying different things that are maybe outside of my normal life that was back in the States or back in Ohio. And it's a mix of a bit of everything, lifestyle, sports, all this stuff, but I really try to focus on learning, experiencing new cultures and this route.
Cool.
So what made you decide to move to Dubai?
Big move, but I think I started coming to Dubai 4 years ago, visiting from Los Angeles for work. And to be honest, I fell in love with the city. I think Dubai and the UAE, the GCC region in general, is the best region in the world. It's growing so fast. The thinking is like they're so forward. They do right for their people. And I just, every single time I came, I fell in love more and more with the city. There's so many things to do here. Yeah.
Interesting. You said from LA for work. So what type of work was that?
Yeah, I was working for one of the biggest families that was here in Dubai originally on YouTube, the Anasala family, Anas and Asala. Yeah. I was doing photography, videography. I was helping with the creative. So when they moved to Los Angeles, that's when I joined them, and I was helping them kind of continue to grow there. And we helped them grow from like 0, and now they're about to hit 10 million subscribers on their Anazala family channel. And so that's what I was doing. And then, we would come here, travel for work. They obviously have a lot of friends that still live here. And so I would come here every couple months probably for work.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell us more, like what was the most viral video you worked on with the Anzala family?
With Anazala family, well, we had a few. Luckily, we started doing this English content in the US, and it was based around stories. We would do these big viral concepts, but then we would have these stories with a meaning on the inside. Like, for example, one of them that we're most proud of is transforming my daughter into the president. And so what we did is we got, they have a daughter, Mila, and we got her like, a bunch of bodyguards, a big motorcade. She wrote a speech actually and gave a speech like a news conference. And the whole meaning behind it was actually, woman empowerment. Women can do anything, dream, be anything you want to do. And now I think this is at like 25 million views on YouTube, something like this.
Wow.
Yeah, but then we also have videos that have, touched 30, 35 million views on YouTube.
How did you meet? How did you connect with the family?
Very lucky. The nicest family I think I've ever met. They gave me a really good opportunity. So I was doing photography in Ohio, and my name got brought up in a few circles with them, and they were looking for a videographer out in Los Angeles. So they gave me a call. I said, I'll be there, no question. I dropped out of school, quit my job, flew to Los Angeles the next morning, and started working with them. But just some good friends brought my name up in the right circles, and I got very lucky.
Big risk.
Big risk, yeah, big risk. I like these kind of big risks, as you can see, like dropping out of school, moving to Los Angeles, and now moving to Dubai. I like these. I think it's important to sometimes take big risks, especially when you're young.
What were you studying? What were you working as when you dropped out?
I was doing international business in school, and just at like a local college in my hometown. I was doing photography on the side, but it was a normal, normal going to school, normal job. I was planning to do international business. I always knew I wanted to travel.
I mean, you're doing it.
Yeah, now I'm doing international business. Yeah.
Had you any idea when you accepted that job in LA that you'd end up in Dubai? And what was your perception of Dubai at that time?
Dubai honestly wasn't even on my radar. Obviously, you know about Dubai. You've heard about Burj Khalifa. You've heard about, oh my gosh, this is Dubai. Everyone's heard about Dubai, but you don't really think about, moving. It's an 18-hour flight to get here. So you never think about it. But things happen, and obviously, like I started traveling here. But my goal was, LA. I think kind of when you're living in America, LA is still kind of, this big film capital. The entertainment industry is huge in LA. So for me, actually, I think that's why I might have got the call to go there, because I was telling my friends, like, guys, the second there's a job opening, the second there's an opportunity, call me. I'm ready to go to LA. Yeah.
With that being said, do you feel like maybe Dubai is becoming the new hub for influencers to make it? Instead of LA, maybe?
My personal opinion is I think so, 100%.
Yeah.
I think there's so much investment. There's so much. I'm a part of. There's a new thing here called Creator HQ. It's kind of like put on by the government and all this stuff. And what they're doing is they're actually helping bring creators, relocate creators to Dubai, and they help with all your relocation services. They help you get your golden visa. They help even with ideation. They help with so many things here. So you have these organizations here in Dubai that are, I mean, genuinely, I haven't seen this anywhere else in the world. And so I think it's becoming a hub. You even see like a lot of the film sets, film industries, movies are being filmed here in Dubai. Like that used to be filmed like in LA. They're now coming to Dubai. So I looked at it and I just saw all the opportunity being here in Dubai. 100%.
This is what we always say, Dubai is the new LA.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. And now it's just about, really, I think, letting people know that, oh no, the opportunities are here in Dubai. They've built an amazing city with an amazing infrastructure. Now it's possible to move here, to get your golden visa. They're going to support you when you move here. And now I think it's just about letting more people know that Dubai is a real possibility.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What has been, since you've moved, what do you think has been the biggest culture shock or the biggest thing you didn't expect?
The biggest culture shock. I don't know about culture shock because, again, I was traveling here for like 4 years, so I kind of was slowly, integrated into it. And also, like little fun fact, my parents met in Kuwait.
Oh.
So I was raised with a lot of kind of like, these values that are held over here. So I didn't get too many culture shocks, but I think it's maybe like lifestyle differences, it's between each big city, like there's different lifestyle things. So one, like I'm a morning person, and Dubai obviously has like a very like nice like people stay up later, and you go hang out with friends later at night, all this stuff. So for me, this was like like probably my biggest adjustment was like, how do I be a morning person but still like go out, hang out with friends, Yeah, this was probably one of my biggest shocks. Fair. But no culture shocks, I think. Dubai's you have every nationality here. They're very welcoming, and so this I didn't feel too many culture shocks. Yeah.
Cool.
So this year you fasted Ramadan and you posted it online.
Yeah.
How was that experience for you? Was it the first time you fasted Ramadan?
Yeah, first time I fasted for Ramadan.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Wow.
The whole thing. No,
amazing.
No cheating, no water, no anything. I had like my friends all told me, download this app on your phone so you know the exact times of when you can eat and when you have to start your fast. And I did it because I love exploring new cultures. Like it's just something different that you would never normally try, but why not just go for it? And I loved every second of it.
Wow.
Yeah, it starts a challenge, but then I think your body adjusts. It gets a bit easier, but I really loved it. Yeah.
Did it change your perspective in any way, or?
Yeah, I mean, I had seen kind of Enes and Asala and kind of some of my friends in LA. We also have an amazing editor in Los Angeles, Hisham, and he was fasting as well, and we lived in the same house together. So I had I'd watched these experiences the past few years. And it just kind of, inspired me through this. But it's just an amazing thing, like seeing other people, you know, it's so attached to their faith and so attached to what they, you know, they really look forward to this every year, and it's a celebration. So for me, I was just happy to be a part of it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Since you've moved here, you've also attended one of the biggest weddings of the year. How does one get an invite to Noreen Beauty's wedding? What is the secret?
Again, I think I'm just very lucky to have good friends, honestly. Obviously, Enes and Asala have been previously very good friends, and so through my travels here, and then obviously, you know, Osi and Shireen, I'm very good friends with Osi as well, because he's, you know, Enes's brother, and then Shireen is Noreen's sister. So through, like, you know, through family and this kind of stuff, I've just got to know them throughout the years. Also, they have a brother, Jalal. He's been probably the biggest help to me since I moved here. He's such a nice, amazing guy, and they're such an amazing, outgoing family. And so, again, I'm not even sure how I got invited. I'm just lucky to have good friends around me, honestly.
Cool.
Yeah.
So how would you compare the weddings here back to the US?
Oh, the weddings here, I think they're more fun, actually. Yeah, they're more fun because, like, the dancing, and also there's like different celebrations as the night goes on.
Yeah.
Like, they'll bring in like a certain I forget the name, but they'll bring in like a certain group that will sing certain songs, and then there's like a singer that will tell a story about people at the wedding, you know, and everyone will be crowded around, and the guy's like telling a story while singing. It's not even rehearsed. And so this stuff is crazy. Obviously, there's the different dances too, traditional dances that, you know, we don't really have in the US. I enjoy them, again, as a person who I don't fully understand Arabic either. So when I'm there, I'm just, you know, I'm observing everything. So for me, it's honestly, it's just so fun to be there. Yeah.
When you say you don't fully understand Arabic, do you understand a little?
I understand a little Arabic, and like I could pick up on conversations, and I know, you know, a couple words, but I'm actually taking Arabic classes right now to start learning how to speak Arabic. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, tell us one sentence in Arabic.
One sentence in Arabic?
I'll correct you.
Okay. I'll describe myself. How about that?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. أنا اسمي ليام.
Okay.
أنا من لوس أنجلوس. أنا ساكن بدبي. أنا بشتغل social media. أنا عمري 25.
Wow, bravo.
Inshallah.
It's basic, but it's a good start. I think
No,
it's a
you're
good start.
you're getting there.
Yeah, it's a good start.
So with followings and being present on social media comes a lot of DMs.
Yeah.
What is the weirdest or funniest DM you've ever received?
Weirdest or funniest DM I've ever received? You know, for some reason, first off, I just want to say I love all the DMs. It's amazing just like having the support, honestly. Some of the weird ones though is like people ask like you know, like what is your shoe size, like I don't know, I don't.
Men or women?
Everybody, it's a question that happens a lot, like what is your shoe size, or yeah, I mean that's probably the weirdest one that immediately pops to my head.
Lord.
Yeah, but I would say like, you know, 99% of DMs are just supportive. They're like, you know, we love this, we love that, you know, hopefully to see you one day, these kind of things. So
have you had any obsessive fans?
I mean, I don't think I've had like a few, but again, I worked for, you know, Enes and Asala, who were one of, you know, the most loved social media families, you know, ever. They had, you know, such a strong, amazing fan base of supporters, and so because I was, you know, associated with them a little bit, I was in some of the vlogs, so some of these fans, you know, they translate over, and they're the best fans ever.
You know, I noticed something that in a lot of your videos, people comment a lot of comments, Arabic comments. Do you read them? What do you do?
Yeah, well,
like the demographic
I don't
changed.
read them, but you know how you can hit C translation? Yeah, I just hit C translation, and the translation's not always perfect, but I get like a vibe of what they're saying.
Do you feel like your demographic changed ever since you moved? Because it's always Arabic comment for some
reason. Yeah, of course, I think based on whatever your region you're in, you know, your demographic is going to change.
Yeah.
But, you know, I still speak English in my content, so I still do get, you know, a lot of the North American audience, European audience, you know, Canada. But, of course, the audience changes, you know. I do have like a Saudi following that's came in, and actually because I do speak English, a big UAE and Dubai-based following actually as well. But I speak majority English in my content, so actually it's kind of hasn't shifted too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to play a quick game with you, but
Let's go.
before we get there, anyone watching, if you have one piece of advice for maybe someone living in a far-flung destination, an 18-hour flight, and they are just learning about the city, what advice would you give them about moving here?
Yeah. Let's see. I would say decide I think what are your goals? What are you looking for? Do your research online. Maybe honestly, take the journey, take the trip here, spend a week here in Dubai, get to know a few people, reach out across social media, find out what companies. So many companies are hiring here. There's so many opportunities. So do your research, find your lane, take the flight. You get to fly on one of the best airlines ever, Emirates, to get here. So that's a good perk as well. But really just do your research, decide how big of a risk you kind of want to take, and I don't know, follow your dreams.
Don't be scared.
Yeah, don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Don't be scared until we introduce the balloon game. Now you can be a little bit scared because
Okay, what's the balloon game?
it's the first time
they're
we've
going
played
to be
it.
so
Really?
loud.
Yes, it is
Okay,
the first
okay.
time we played it. So we've got a couple of balloons here, and you're going to pop the balloon if you agree with the statement.
Okay.
With your teeth.
With my teeth.
No.
I was about to say. That would have been an interesting game.
Okay, so if you agree with the statement, right, you pop
Yeah,
the
you
balloon.
pop that one.
Okay.
So
Do I
if
give
it's like an
explanation with it or what?
Yeah, you have to give an
Okay, okay,
explanation.
okay.
So if it's an ick and you wouldn't pursue, you should pop the balloon.
Okay.
Okay, but if it's fine, just keep it.
Okay, perfect.
It's going to be so loud. Those balloons are so big. Anyways, pop if your crush is obsessed with the reality TV show.
My crush is obsessed with a reality TV show. How about I don't have a crush, so that's a no. That's a no.
Or like...
Your
or-
person of interest, maybe.
Person of interest?
Or like
I don't even-
hypothetical.
Okay,
If
okay.
someone, or your mate,
Yeah,
or someone
yeah.
that you know is just like really obsessed with reality TV.
Yeah. Sure, of course. I think everyone is, like, reality shows are huge. There's what's the one that's here in Dubai?
Dubai Bling, Real
Dubai.
Housewives.
Yeah, there's Dubai Bling, and then like obviously in the US you have like the Kardashians. Everyone watches, and now Netflix is doing tons of reality shows also. I think everyone's like
So that's an ick for you?
not an ick, but it's not the TV that I watch. So you're gonna have to convince me to like sit down and watch reality TV. Like I've never watched a reality TV show. No,
Oh.
Never watched a
my
reality TV show.
No. Never.
Coming from LA, nothing?
Nothing, no.
Come on.
I know. I'm
What
like a
happened to
movie.
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Like,
Imagine having
How are you
important things to do in your life that you don't watch reality TV.
No, I'm
my
a
God.
TV show watcher, and then I'll rewatch the same TV series like 8 times.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just forewarn you that a lot of these are crush, but we can change it to like your friend.
No, we can
Okay.
stick on whatever you guys think.
Okay, so your date order is the most expensive thing on the menu. First date. And the
If it's an ick, the most expensive thing.
first date. They're going for the flank steak.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to hold it over here so you don't get scared. It's not my like. I wouldn't say like a full on ick, but I think like a better first date is like something chill, like something more casual. I think and yeah, maybe I don't know. Don't order the most expensive thing on the first date. It's maybe not the best look.
okay, as if your crush asks ChatGPT for advice.
Oh no, that's not an ick.
That's not an ick?
I do that like 20 times a day.
Oh, okay, that's
I screenshot my text and I'm like, how do I respond to this?
Oh my god, all the time.
Yeah,
All
like-
the time. Okay.
Okay.
Your crush believes in astrology.
Oh, is that like star signs?
yeah.
Yeah, star signs. Believes in it, like hardcore.
Yeah, it's like, you know what?
Like she bases her whole life on the star sign.
Yeah.
Like,
She's like, you're Pisces, I'm an Aquarius, it's never going to work. Or that's why we're fighting, because you're in your Pisces era.
I understand why you're feeling emotional, you know?
Nah, I'm good on that. No. Well, I just want to preference. I don't necessarily have icks, actually, like, you know, but this is...
Seems like you have a few.
Yeah, I'm already 3 down. No, if, yeah, like, I don't know, yeah, if we're fighting, or if we're, like, I don't know, talking, and it's like, oh, you're doing this because, you know, you're Sagittarius, that's what I am. It's like, how does that even, I don't understand how that makes sense. But
I think you're going to leave with some realizations.
Yeah.
You have some icks.
Maybe I do.
I think we have time for one more.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
YOLO.
Okay. Your crush refers to their pet as their child.
Crush refers to their pet as a child. No, I don't think that's an ick.
Yeah?
No, I don't think that's an ick. I think it's like it's homey vibes. I think it's homey vibes. It's okay.
Are you a dog or a cat person?
I've had both. I've had 2 cats and 2 dogs. At first, I think my parents got cats because cats are a bit easier in the household.
Yeah.
And I have 2 brothers as well. And then once they were like, okay, they're good with animals, then we got 2 dogs. So I think I turned into more of like a dog person. Yeah.
Any here in Dubai?
No. I've been thinking about it though. Actually, I've been thinking about it because you know you make a move alone, and you sometimes you know you want somebody in the apartment with you. So I've been thinking about it, but no, nothing yet.
Get a doggy.
I'm thinking about it. I like big dogs though. Yeah, golden retrievers, Newfoundlands. I like big dogs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
On that note, that brings us to the end of the show. Liam Dipple, thank you for being such a legend, for playing the game with us for the first time. Really appreciate it. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Vasa.
Thank you, Casey.
That brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.